Hi, students. I wanted to talk to you about your 9/11 project or your documentary and how you're going to get there. So it has to be about 90 to 120 seconds and is broken into four parts. The reason I'm breaking it into four parts because it's like I want to encourage you in into the creative process because 85% of the process is literally doing research. So we all know what happened that day, unfortunately, and I don't want the documentary to be about that. We all know that story. We've all heard it. I want you to find stories that we don't know much about. And just I put a couple of examples in here, so I want you to find your topic. As I was fascinated by this, and these were actually found by students in the past. One of the stories that nobody has done yet is on the Betsy Ross flags, and I'm kind of curious about that because if anybody wants to take that on, because apparently they could not keep enough American flags in stock. They kept selling out. Everybody, everybody wanted to fly a flag after this tragedy happened, and it brought America together. So maybe that's a topic for one of you. And there was another story of a photographer that apparently he was in a cab the day that it happened, and I don't know if he saw it or he heard it on the radio in the cab, and he was already taking pictures. So he went directly to the World Trade Center and just took a bunch of pictures. Unfortunately, he passed away, but his camera was found with all these photographs. You can get, if you want to get controversial, I know there's a lot of controversies about and conspiracy theories out there about what happened on that day. If you want to go in that direction, that's fine. I did have a student that did that, and he gathered a bunch of information. So you're just really, you're not limited to Google or YouTube. You can also look on, I don't know, Twitter, now X. You can look on rumble.com. Instagram. Just really do your research. Try to find stories that nobody knows about, right? Somebody did a story on this guy that was telling his wife, called his wife from the plane, and was telling her, "I love you," and he did a story. He did a documentary based on their love story, but nobody has done also the engineering. There's controversial information about the engineering of the buildings, how the structure was how the structure was supposed to be solid, and it had been tested for so long that there is no way that the buildings would have collapsed the way that they did. I don't know. There is so much information out there. You just have to look. And the reason I'm giving you this project is because you really have to dig. But I want you to find a story that you are passionate about. Okay, maybe it's about the dogs, the rescue dogs. I think one of them passed away. The last dog passed away a few years ago. Maybe it's a story about that. So just think about how things were affected. Maybe you want to do a story. There's a lot of people that got sick and they had cancer from inhaling all the fumes back then. Maybe you want to go in that direction. So I just really want you to kind of give it some thought. The one thing that I really want you to think about again is finding enough information. If there's not enough information, you will not be able to create a good story. So make sure you gather the information. So the first part is going to be your topic. You find something and you're thinking this is it, you find enough information. Now, part one and part two kind of go hand in hand together. So when you create your Google Doc, what you want to do, I want to see it research. So maybe you copy paste some information in there. Maybe you find some quotes. Maybe you just want to go ahead and copy paste some links into that document. I want you to put it in one place. So simultaneously, while you're doing your research, keep that in mind. So you may want to go ahead and start that Google Doc from the beginning, and you just put your name at the top. You put 9/11 research, documentary research, and just put any information that you can think that would be useful in a document, and you share it with me. So part one and part two pretty much go hand in hand. Again, I want to emphasize, if you love the topic but you cannot find enough information about it, please do not use it, because you're going to be struggling on putting things together. I had there's also some story about Building 5 that was also part of the World Trade Center, and that was apparently was not anywhere near the towers, and apparently that building collapsed later in the day. So I'm giving you a couple of ideas for you guys to, if you have no idea where to start, I would definitely, maybe that will help you get started. So the first thing that's due is part one. Obviously, part two is going to come hand in hand with that. And then after that, I will do another video for you discussing the storyboard template. So you know what to do on that. Please let me know you have any questions. Thank you. Bye.